morning. I'm gonna do just this feed today, and then I'll probably be back to feed regular tomorrow. So I wanted to kind of talk about the energy though. So, hi Tony, I'm gonna go live real quick in this group, but I'm not doing a real live today. I just have a lot going on kind of all at once with me. I have my lessons going on, my husband has his much different lessons going on in the same place. It's all kind of crazy, so I am integrating. We are doing a lot of integrating this week. It's a really good idea to rest more. Our bodies are really tuned in with the energy cycles, like in every regard. Like we're really naturally tuned into the energies around us. We're energetic beings. So if you're listening to your body, you're probably kind of feeling the need to rest more this week, hopefully. I'm looking at the energy because I like to wake up and assess the energy. And it's kind of like, while this is a time when the energy should be really calm, last night I could tell it was moving real crazy, and it was really setting the stage for this equinox energy that's coming right now. So you guys should be feeling like real in alignment with the universe. Some people are having crazy lessons and they're like, my life is falling in, right? But you know what? You should still feel like so in alignment with the universe that sometimes when I was like when I was in California and I felt like everything was like crumbling around me when I was leaving to the UK. And you know, it could feel like your world is falling in sometimes, but I'm seeing these number codes like you wouldn't believe. Like in one night, 10 times, I had 144 for the amount of Facebook notifications I had. So in my reality, everything kind of feels like it's falling, right? Crumbling. And I was getting like these insane number codes and synchronicities and just signs that you know you're in alignment with the universe. People were asking me questions about manifesting yesterday. And on the Reiki wall, so I kind of wanted to talk about that too, because when you're in alignment with that universal energy flow, you can manifest much easier. In order to be in alignment, we need our energy to be in alignment with ourselves first. So if people are sick, stressed out, overtired, that is going to kind of take you out of that flow. You're not going to be, you know, able to flow as easily. There's a huge emphasis on self-care through Sunday. Like a huge emphasis. The energy is real calm and still. But you might want to rest up because, you know, we've been getting upgraded kind of on this regular schedule. And it is very hard on our bodies, this process. So the more time that you take to take care of yourself, rest, assimilate the energies, you know, the less chance that you'll be getting Ascension symptoms and things like that. Yeah, also I need to talk about topic of the day, death, DMT, and dreams, right? If I'm gonna do a feed, I'm trying to get it together, right? We have a huge emphasis on the shadow side of humanity right now. We had a huge, you know, Saturn leaving the underworld and things like that. We have a lot of planetary things occurring. I call this the underworld. I got the calendar out. I'm getting more good with the calendar, right? I got the calendar out. So when I look at the calendar, we're gearing up for one more storm of the year. And it's going to be a powerful storm. You know, we're not going to close the year out without some kind of big bang event, right? So it will be a powerful storm. We have a huge emphasis until then, until the equinox, on the shadow side of humanity, the subconscious, what lies underneath. You're seeing a lot happen with the world very fast. Everyone just acts like I'm crazy when I throw some stuff out there, and I just kind of like keep some of my views to myself. But I saw this morning that they were promoting the France riots as a cute anon production, and I was like, oh, it's government paid. And it makes sense because, you know, you'll see that I said that those protests are going to spread through the matrix like a virus with the energy and what's going on. They really are. So I was like, big shock, right? I said, it's okay because they have their elite agenda running alongside ours, right? While we're trying to heal and help people, they have their little agenda. And it kind of goes hand in hand anyway. what they are doing is gonna lead to people waking up, because it's just so over the top and so ridiculous on this world stage. It's just, you know, getting kind of over the top. So it really does fit alongside with what we're doing. It's important to remember that everything is serving the universe, whether we can understand it or not. Hi Lynn, it's a good time to be dreaming in your sleep, right? We have a huge emphasis on subconscious programming. A lot of times we're not aware of how we've been programmed. We do a lot of our day on autopilot. We're always kind of in that state of awareness where our subconscious is really doing a lot for us and has memorized our movements, our programming, things like that. So this is about kind of looking into the subconscious. I've been having crazy dream experiences myself. I've been really doing a lot of practice with lucid dreaming. We're lucid dreaming now. When you were asleep, you would have been kind of unconscious. This would have been just kind of responding to what was going on and what your subconscious was creating for you. Now that we have become conscious, we're in much more control of our reality. We can actually manipulate things with our thoughts and our intention, and you know, we're kind of learning how to get into that lucid dreaming state. It would take practice too. If you woke up in an actual dream and you began to lucid dream, it would take practice at this stuff. Hi Diana. I'm blowing off work again today. Well, I'm recharging crazy for Stonehenge anyway. I have to go. I'm gonna go to UK court. I told my husband I'm only going if he will agree to do a weed feed before going into the building. Well, I had to do it beforehand in case they arrest him again. so I was like, everything is an even exchange for me, and he wants me to go. Big surprise, right? I'm like, I'm gonna have to put the whole building in the violet flame. So I told him I'll do it if he will agree to do a weed feed, kind of like, you know how Tommy Robinson always does his little outside of court UK videos. So it looks like I will be going to see a UK court up and running and operational. I had to remind people that this is a little bit deeper than his baby mama situation, that he accused these courts of very real crimes and very publicly, and they do not like it. So that will be, looking at the calendar, Tuesday. We're going to do Stonehenge right after that. So my body's real tuned in with the energies anyway. I just kind of move with these energy cycles. So I'll be resting a lot more through Sunday, and I would advise other people to do the same. Let's see, what else? What else? So I said if he goes back to jail, he might be descending too. Like, we'll see, right? We shall see. We shall see. The universe has me very prepared for everything, though. If you know me, I don't like change very well. I don't handle big changes well. The universe has to coax me into them, right? Like, I usually know ahead of time what's coming, so I can stay really prepared in my life. Oh good, Diana started her detox. How are you guys doing? I don't have a lot to talk about, but I wanted to get on here and kind of tell you that the energy is doing weird things. I saw a post yesterday where they described it as time glitches or time warps, and I was like, that's really a good description of how I'm feeling over here, because it's feeling kind of disorienting as we're making these shifts, and it can take a minute for your perception to catch up and things like that. I know that like last night my head was a mess. Right? I just seem to be thinking a lot, and just, even though I was real grounded from doing my usual like salt bath and routine, I could just really tell a lot's coming to the surface in terms of subconscious programming. Hi Francisco, how are you guys doing? I'm just kind of saying hi. I'm gonna blow today off from work. I'm focused on these Stonehenge activations in Stonehenge, so while my husband has his little lessons going on, I have my own, and my life looks much differently than what he's going through at the moment, where I'm like decorating my pyramid. I manifested, this is like expert level manifesting, one of those tent covers for my pyramid, and I tracked down this Indian guy that like makes pyramids and the tent covers, and I found his email on his website, and I emailed him, and I manifested a tent cover like so cheap too. I'm real excited about that. I'm working on Stonehenge. I'm working on meeting some people off of Facebook again, right? Taking some of these connections off of Facebook And, you know, I have a lot of magic in my life right now that I already have that crazy energy around me that's helping me do this with my activations and my Stonehenge mission. And the energy last night just felt so mind-blowing around me and assisting me with my mission. It was just kind of crazy. So I already have this crazy kind of energy around me going on at the same place, right? So you guys know that I'm going to be like almost recharged crazy, and I'm feeling very powerful. Not in an ego kind of way, because it's one of my lessons I'm going through is the universe is trying to show me how I feel, how I was feeling like yesterday and today, and have me keep that powerful feeling when I have to go walk into that UK court, because I need to be very strong. Right? I need to clearly be very strong to be handling this. I knew what kind of situation this was before we got together, right? And I always say it's not advisable to take up these quarrels with the government. This kind of stuff can happen. In my own life, I avoid these systems like the plague, right? But so, the universe is trying to have me kind of keep that feeling too, you know? A lot of people get put in these situations and then they have fear come to the surface and just destroy themselves with whatever kind of stress or obstacles that they're facing. A lot of the times we can change our situation by changing our perception about it too. So, I need miracles for my mission. Nothing else is new, right? Welcome to my mission. I always need miracles. Like with my visa stuff, my passport stuff I'm doing now, I saw some miracles and some crazy obstacles get moved for me. So I have these crazy obstacles in my way on my path. And, you know, I have this mindset that the entire universe is aligned with what I'm doing in my mission. You know, I'm living a life of service, so the universe is fast to serve me if I need something. And I'm not exaggerating when I said I needed straight miracles to move me to the UK and to do this stuff this year. So I'm expecting no less with this situation, because I have this, you know, I always describe that energy as terrifying. And people are like, oh, that's just the storm energy you're feeling. There are different types of energy. While they all may be divine, there's different types of energies going on here. And whenever I'm doing something crazy like this, I always have the craziest kind of energy around me. It's kind of terrifying because it can be very destructive and creative at the same time. It's like the type of energy that will just rip through your life in a moment, changing it. Like everything, right? And stuff might fall in on the way too, so it can be kind of terrifying. Hi, Vanessa. My husband does not believe me about your predictions, even though, you know, you have never been wrong to date. Is that she's never been wrong ever on a prediction around here, okay? He doesn't believe me. He didn't believe me he was gonna get arrested, so hey. I'll make sure I do my video before he goes into the court. Good morning! Don't send anti-jail vibes. That will do the opposite. Don't send vibes for what you don't want. I was like, checking out the law of attraction. It's okay, I'm studying this kind of stuff in my own time, downloading, right? And I guess we only attract what we lack. We only ever attract the things that we lack. So you could be really shy, you could, you know, attract someone the opposite or whatever it is to fill a void or a need in us. I have the mindset, like if they put me in UK prison, okay, well, if the universe wants me there, if the universe really thinks that I can make a difference there or wants me there, whatever. So anyways, they jacked up my man last time. I was here. We knew I would collide. I'm gonna collide Tuesday again too. Middle of my mission, colliding with this stuff. It's fabulous. So I collided with this incident last time and I had to save him. When they took him, I had to save him. I said, I will come save him again, but he's gonna owe me. I will come save him later, I'm sure. So, the mind is powerful. I say that when I got here, he had it set in his mind that he was gonna probably go to UK prison for 5 years for his kids stuff, and he had a mindset of it, and you know, I came and I hopefully detoured that path and changed it. We can rewrite our fate anytime. We're deciding it, right? We're the ones writing our story. So it's never too late to change your ending, change what you're trying to do in your life. I'm a big fan of things blowing up like a bomb around here anyway. Sometimes it's needed, right? Sometimes your situations need to just blow up. We need to clear karma. There's a huge emphasis on the spiritual unions going on, especially too. like any of you guys are trying to do a relationship while ascending, congratulations, spiritual union, right? I don't care about their labels anymore. I've transcended past all of that. You can find God in anyone. You can find the universe in anyone, right? All love is divine. So, especially with the people that are, I can just say doing relationships while ascending, right? Sometimes your worst relationships would have been real spiritual too. They would have induced more growth, whatever. So a lot of people are conscious parenting and working on relationships while ascending. If you are working on relationships, you can level up a lot faster when you're learning with someone else. It's a way that you can grow faster. I don't think the baby mama will be there. I asked. See, this is fucked up thing about the court. You're supposed to be able to face your accuser. Yeah, I was like, because, you know, I'm getting a really good training in legal stuff here. That you should have this constitutional right, but this is a UK court. They clearly don't even give a fuck about the actual situation. I told them that. You guys are stalking him, harassing him. You've now acted out on those threats that you gave him. So, I don't think so. I did run into her in the astral. I've been stalking her higher self. I did months ago appeal to her higher self that she might want to just be a decent person. This is a planetary ascension and a global awakening, right? That she might want to just be a decent person when it comes to that kid and doing the right thing. It wasn't going to happen. Yeah, she should have to be there. Maybe she will be, just because she's curious about me. We shall see. I said, since I collided with her in the astral, that things have to happen in the other dimensions before they can play out here. A lot of times we just can't remember these encounters or timelines playing out because, you know, we tend to lose a lot of our subconscious recall. So I look at it like a good sign that she collided with me in the astral, because that will happen there before playing out in these dimensions. Usually it's a good sign. It's actually a good sign that things are moving forward. I know, I'm smoking. I'm blowing off work today. Self-care day. I did it yesterday too. A lot of people don't realize I've been having crazy upgrades since I moved to the UK. like, so I could really feel it, that we're getting upgraded, especially in our solar plexus, which leads me to believe mine might suck after the past few days. So, you know, as empaths, we're working on that. We're taking on energy. That is the chakra that is taking on any negative energy. And that's why it's so important we're taking like salt baths, getting out in nature, spending time alone. So many people get sick with stomach issues, too. Well, nausea, how many sicknesses does that go with? Nausea and vomiting, right? Just put that on the list of almost every illness. You can go ahead and look at it like if you're getting sick or anyone's throwing up, like toxic overload of energy, too. That they probably just need to clear that energy out of their body because it can make you sick, too. A lot of empaths have stomach issues. Vanessa, hi. I'm feeling very, despite all of this, I'm feeling very in alignment with the universe. I was getting tons of synchronicities last night. I'm real focused on my Stonehenge stuff. I'm real excited about it. I'm getting organized. I even have a list. I didn't need the list last time, but I'm getting real organized with it too. So I'm real excited about this. Tony's burping, solar plexus issues, seriously. We're doing some serious solar plexus upgrading right now, which is real crazy. So guess what? Hopefully, the sleepers, they're getting the same energies, okay? That's going to start to make people more empathic suddenly. So people can feel again. What happens when you have a blocked solar plexus? You probably stop being able to feel in some regard. So people are just now getting these influxes of emotions, right? Things purging to the surface, things coming out. And if you're not awake and able to consciously navigate through this, it makes ascension a little bit harder. So we see a lot of anger surfacing. I saw a quote I posted, reposted that said something about, if you're angry, you are resisting the truth. Resisting change. People fighting over the government in France, they're resisting change. The universe is changing, these systems too. You know, the light's evolving, maybe the dark is too. Maybe these systems are too. They continue to evolve, right? Continue to get worse and worse, whatever. It's needed for all of this. Yeah, stomach issues. Try to do some kind of solar plexus stuff. I got some more crystals. I got some bulk crystals on Amazon. I got some more crystals because I need more crystals to grid. I need a big selection, right, Vanessa? I need a lot of crystals. We need like a whole thing of them. So I got some more crystals. Yeah, my solar plexus is a chakra that I don't really work on, but I should be, because I was getting sick a lot in the Matrix when I had heavy metal toxicity. I would be nauseous all the time. They were always giving me nausea pills. So more solar plexus work, more yellow crystals. Salt baths are good for that too. I've been taking a lot of salt baths with a lot of salt in them. Bye, Sandra. I'm just kind of effing off today. So I'm in the Galactic group this morning, and I run into this guy. You know, I already forgot his name, but I added him to this group. And I put up a near-death experience post, and he was talking to me, and you know, I'm real tuned into people too. And he was telling me how he died like 4 times too, and could see like angels and crazy things now from it. And I was talking to him about it because I told him that, you know, on some level it makes it so that I can meditate different and astral travel differently and dream differently, and it's almost like opening a doorway with that DMT. So I told him, he wanted to talk to me about it. I said, well, you should talk to me about it on my 420 feed, because we could have an awesome conversation about death, DMT, right? And the afterlife and things like that, because I have a lot of memories from that, and I know a lot of people do. So after Stonehenge, I'm going to get this guy on my feed too, which will be really crazy. I just know. So that would be awesome. Things I'll manifest in, more collaborations too. It's one of my favorite topics. So many people have a fear of death. Yeah, they're convinced we might get judged when we die. Sorry, the universe has informed me we need to stop judging ourselves. So this is what happens when you build a society on demonic philosophy that was channeled by a negative entity. I mean, hey, whatever. So we think we're gonna get judged and that we're gonna go to heaven or hell when we die. This is a big fear. Like, even people that are awake and conscious sometimes have that Jesus fear. Like, Mike will do that. Like, he'll be like all into consciousness, and then maybe just to be safe, he'll throw in something about Jesus just in case he dies and it's real, you know? Just to cover that option, right? So we see that there's a lot of collective fear about death. It feels really final if you lose someone, because when you're at low frequencies, you're not able to tune into the spiritual. So a lot of people feel like, you know, you die and that's it. A lot of people have people die around them, and then suddenly, like me, I'm a little kid and I lose a parent, and it makes you think about, you know, death. And like, oh my God, life's pretty temporary, and it can really change like your perspective. Yep, afraid of death. When I died, I just say it was like an amazing dream experience. It was no different. One of the times I didn't even know that I wasn't asleep and dreaming. The way I recalled it, I actually thought I was like home in bed sleeping. So it's like a dream experience, an astral experience. Every night I say we die when we leave our body and go to sleep, but we come back, right? We're able to go to sleep, go put our body to sleep, and we're able to leave and come back. It's very similar. I feel like once you let go of the fear of death, then you won't have fear about anything else. That's where a lot of fear stems from, the fear of death. People don't even realize, because this is subconscious fears that have been kind of ingrained in our society too for a really long time. A lot of people are going to have a lot of hard lessons with death. Ascension, right? A lot of people are getting very hard lessons. I'm seeing it around our movements too. Yes, I see April's giving her whole family crystals for Christmas. I think that's a good idea, to give people things that they will use or that they would want to use, right? I think that my husband needs to give this lady that he works for, that he needs to give her some chlorella. Like, give her a bottle of chlorella. I might just start giving people bottles of chlorella, like here. I saw a really interesting post from Alexis this morning. She's one of our admins of our galactic group. And it was an article. I didn't read the article. I'm gonna have to find it and link it below here. It was saying, are the Ascended Masters really demons? I thought it was an interesting topic, okay? I don't pray to Jesus or Buddha or any of those people. It's not me. I know a lot of people are, but we are working with some Ascended Masters actually, right? I just think that there's a lot of confusion and distortions with channelings, and that some people are channeling negative entities and they're not aware of it. And then start posting those channelings, and they're from Jesus and Mary, and some of these things that sometimes are red flags to the entities that they say they're channeling, whatever it is. So it kind of distorts these things. It's my understanding that when you make an ascension, you're going to turn into an ascended master. This is what humans were built for, to get back to source. Separateness was the illusion. We're meant to realize that we are one with source and get back to that oneness. But I thought it was a good topic because it's things I'm always noticing around us. Some people with their channel, and it's not a lot of people, but some people as a channel, I'll be able to like look at their work and be like, ooh, like, ooh, those aren't your angels. So I think it really has a lot to do with frequency. When I was on a low frequency on pharmaceuticals, I wasn't channeling great stuff either. I didn't know I was a channel. I just wasn't picking up good stuff as a receiver. I wasn't picking up good energies around me. But yeah, good spiritual gift ideas for kids. Fucking tents. Those little play tents. Get her a play tent. Play tent pyramid. Yup. Let's see. I think that when this kid comes back, he'll like what I did with his bedroom. He'll like what I did in his bedroom with the pyramid, because you know they can only keep someone against their free will for so long. So I kind of pimped his room out with star sheets and pyramids, so I think it looks dope. I think that's perfect for kids to have little play areas. They have those little blow-up tents too, because your kid's like about old enough. Get one of those like cool blow-up castle tents or something for them to play in. Organite pyramids. I just ordered 2 of those because I did Isis Reiki, and I liked it because it was like talking about the pyramid symbol for healing, not just, you know, having a pyramid in the other room, but we can visualize it and it can be powerful for healing. It generates this kind of energy vortex, any kind of pyramid shape. The pyramids were there to heal people. They're not really operational in the same way. And they were talking about the Ankh. I talked about that yesterday on video, so I thought that was really cool too. So I got some of those little organite pyramids. I'm trying to think, right? Fucking fairy gardens. Kids. I got this little, if you go on Amazon, they probably have little fairy garden kits. Get her like a fairy garden kit. I'm trying to think. Magic 8 ball. What to get psychic kids for Christmas present? Magic 8 balls. They never get old at any age. You know that. Let's see. Tarot cards. Little kids love tarot cards, even though they don't know how to use them. They'll figure it out and play with them. Bubbles. Colored bubbles. They want foam and bubbles and crazy stuff, right? Stickers. Alien stickers. To get space kids, art stuff, art supplies, creative supplies. They need markers, they need paint, paper, even though it's always a disaster. Vanessa's kid went through all my paper in a day. I have like all my cute little art stuff for work, right? For doing Reiki, and she went through a lot of paper. She needs paper. Costumes, yes. I'm thinking about my court attire that I should wear. I'm like, I should probably wear like the fairy princess attire, but I was like, well, I could wear the funeral dress again, but it's kind of cold out. It's kind of cold. I think I'll skip that. Yeah, any kind of art projects, like those little art kits, little art princess, like make jewelry kits, right? They want to get creative. They want beads and making jewelry ideas. Journals. They want paper, right? Kids love to ruin paper. Alright, I'm trying to see what I'm doing today. I'm trying to gauge my day. I'm reading the comments. Tomorrow, some kid ideas. Tomorrow's ahead of us. She's already doing Christmas in Australia. They're like just ahead of us, a day ahead, right? Gift ideas for small space kids. Any kind of space stuff, like you could put like stars on their ceilings, right? Those were a hit when I was a kid. Any kind of space stuff, planet stickers, the stars you put on your walls. I like the hanging things. Like one time I got these hanging, like they were like origami bird, like little wind chime hanging things are inside. Any kind of like hanging stuff for kids in the room, right? Paper airplane mobile hanging things. Yeah, crystals, vitamins for the adults that are not waking up. Give them chlorella. Tell them it's really good for their entire body. Chlorella will prevent cancer. Oh my god, how many vaccines do they have to prevent cancer? Your body, your liver will naturally kill cancer cells. but not if it's full of toxins. So we see this as a war on our liver. Our liver is the connection to the etheric. So your liver gets full of toxins, especially we see a lot of viruses that attack the liver going around too, and then it can't detox your body properly. So if people are taking chlorella, guaranteed they're not going to get cancer. Prevents cancer. Top reasons you can sell it to your sleeping relatives. It prevents cancer. It will heal things like that. It'll heal like 80% of their ailments they have. So my brother had like an ankle problem from running, and I told him the chlorella would heal his foot, which it would. But I had more concern about all of the vaccines he gets in the military. So try to give adults the turmeric or chlorella to help detox them. Lights, Play-Doh's good too. I used to love Play-Doh when I was a kid. Games. So it is Christmas. Make sure that you guys are doing something nice for yourself too. If you have something you've been putting off, right? We tend to put people before ourselves as healers. If you have something you've been putting off doing for yourself, or something stupid you were like, we're gonna buy yourself a din or whatever, try to do something to raise your vibe too, right? Give yourself a present too, please. Please give yourself a gift. I told my husband I didn't want a Christmas present because I'm always buying myself gifts all the time, so I don't need a Christmas present. I don't need a Christmas present. If I see stupid things and I want it, I try to get it. Buy yourself a gift too. Kitchen stuff. They want to play cooking. They want like the easy bake oven. They want to have tea parties. They want realistic teacups. Look, not the little plastic ones. They want some realistic ones. They can go play Alice in Wonderland tea party too with their stuffed animals and their dolls. They love that. Tea party stuff. I'm not putting a tree up either. I said maybe next year. Oh my god, Amy, good about the Stonehenge activation. I'm taking today off, and then tomorrow I'm going back to my site. I have a real good list. I'll do it the same as I did it last time, which was good because now I'm like expert level at going to do it. I had a nice flow last time. It went amazing. So, you know, I'm going to be real connected to everyone when I go there. I'm like off-grid hiding out now, but I'll be real connected to everyone when I go there. And I'm going to be posting a ton of photos and film too, because then people can connect to me, which you guys should be good at by now. You can just think of me and you connect to me, right? So when I'm there, you're able to connect to me, and then through me, you can connect to these rocks, and it's such an amazing experience. So what I did last time is I was stalking my whole list. I will be stalking you as soon as I arrive, and it was just so awesome to be able to share that experience with everyone. I'm ready for a level up. I feel like I'm the diamond going through pressure here, right? I'm going through some serious pressure. So I'm ready for a level up. I can only describe those rocks as the ultimate recharge. The reason we're so drawn to rocks and crystals is they're pretty much like flash drives. These are old items, right? Old objects. They're basically liquefied earth energy too. But they're like storage containers. That's why I'm always telling you guys that objects can hold energy. So these rocks are ancient. They are from Atlantean times, okay? So they are so old, and they contain the cellular memory of every person that's ever done those spiritual experiences there and gone there or lived there. They hold so much history that they're their own like little mini world of a library. It's so crazy. When I was there last time, because I'm already downloading all day long, I was downloading so crazy like information about the rocks and their history and some of these spiritual practices and about the Druids, and so much information was like coming to me. It was insane. Erica needs Reiki Master. I'm doing attunements there too. Me and Sherry are staying 2 nights there too, so I'm real excited because like I was like, it's too much to travel and go there and do it. So we planned it out real good. I'm gonna be doing activations and attunements at Stonehenge. It's a good time to get a class too. It helps out what I'm doing. It's mind-blowing to even think I'm going there again too. Like my whole journey has been kind of mind-blowing this year, even for me to grasp. It's just all too mind-blowing. Like, I'm just taking a minute to integrate all this, so it's really mind-blowing too. That would have been something I would probably have seen as impossible a couple years ago in my life. So it's all really mind-blowing to be able to go there and to work with that energy, and there's nothing more, or there's no more of a spiritual feeling than that crazy energy. you know, that's assisting us and guiding us on this journey. It's so crazy. I'm doing a serious focus on activating us clearly, but I'm doing a serious focus on better connecting our little grid. I consider these group areas our own little grids we're building, right? I'm gonna have a huge focus on better connecting those grids to the Earth's grid and those ley line energies. It's kind of like we're like little receivers and we're getting loaded online, and you know, this new internet system is energy, right? It's these grids, it's this energy that we can exchange and hook up to for information and things like that. So I'm gonna have a huge focus on better connecting to those consciousness grids. I also consider myself a little bit of a grid hacker. It's probably why Facebook hates me. I just kind of naturally do that and build these grids, and it's just what I'm programmed to do. So I'm really excited to work with that energy. You guys are gonna see it because I'm gonna put it on camera. And it was like, even watching those videos, the vibe felt crazy. When I got back, I was watching them for a recharge. Like, I was doing my work and I would go turn the video on and watch it for like 10 minutes, and I was connecting to the rocks. But during that energy, you have to understand that you know, when you're going there during that crazy equinox energy, there's going to be a ton of solar energy, lunar energy, and then also a lot of ley line energy and space storm energy kind of hitting all at once. So it creates this crazy energy gateway vortex that we can use for our ascension. So, you know, it's like the perfect time to be there too, because it has to be when the rocks are activated. So it was just such a crazy energy that I could later, you know, watch that video and tune into it for that crazy energy, and you could so feel it. Yes, can you guys just come to the UK already? I can clearly never leave the island. I have, you know, this karmic mess I'm untangling, clearly, right? Karmic mess I'm helping untangle over here. You guys have to just come visit. Can you bring that cute little space kid over here where it's more fun and less stressful, please? Me and Vanessa were hanging out level stressed out. Level stressed out. Both of our worlds fell in at once. Stressed out in California. We want to hang out under better circumstances. I saw Francisco and Nicola are engaged. She should ask her husband if he minds if you guys can do a Facebook live stream wedding. She should ask if he doesn't care. We could do like a Facebook, like, you and her video call kind of live stream Facebook wedding. It would be amazing for your pages. I was like, yes. They do it in other cultures. Muslim guys, some Muslim guys have like 10 wives. Mormons. I was going to Google this morning to see what cultures do that, just so we could make it okay. I might Google it later. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of religions that are into that. So I'm focused on Reiki, activations, attunements, Stonehenge. I have my husband with his whole timeline running right alongside mine with all his craziness. I realized the other day that since I'm just doing my mission on a loop, like every day, right? Just doing videos of my mission mainly, that the universe has me shifting as he is on his timeline. I'm letting go of fear though, I got this. So I noticed that I'm kind of more like shifting into his probabilities than mine, because I don't really have like this big focus for the new year of what I'm trying to do. I'm just going to kind of be doing the same thing. Hi Pete. Pete's coming to Stonehenge. I added your friend because I'm a stalker too, since she's coming too. Stonehenge, I'm pulling you there. It's just so beyond amazing. I love the beach pictures he puts up anyways, that you're already living in paradise. We're just making our realities a lot better around here. But it's just so amazing to get out of your little box, right? And it's just so freeing and liberating to see the world and to get out and to travel. It really is. It helps us upgrade so much. I love it. Live feed wedding, please. Everyone said that about me and didn't think I would do it. I did it. So I did pull it off. They were like, no recording. This is not allowed. I'm manifesting a passport too. Good. I have to get a new EU passport. I'm waiting for their driver's license place to send back my passport so I can do it. I found someone who will do my paperwork because they're really crazy about it. They want a public official to like to confirm who I am and all this crazy stuff. I found someone that will do it too. I changed my Facebook name. I think that'll be good. That maybe if anyone like, you know, hates me, if they go to search for me, they won't be able to find me, hopefully. So I clearly shifted because I changed my name again too. I had to send them my real ID to do it. They had locked my account. I had to send Facebook documentation to change it. So that's something we did. That was a big deal too. They were like, we are going to store and save your documents now. Thank you. So we're talking this morning because I saw this good, someone told me, you know, if you're getting, someone that's a anon computer person told me that if you're getting targeted by trolls, then you probably had your pages or your groups flagged. It's been happening in Francisco. It happened to me because they got mad at me. So, but it's so true though, right? Because usually you don't have those kind of feed problems. But I noticed that it's just the light workers. Just the light worker feeds that seem to have problems like that. So someone was telling me, and you know, it makes sense because Facebook was originally a company, a corporation that was designed so that it could sell your information, that it could gather your information, statistics, everything about you, your uploading and things like that. So it really makes sense too because they have crazy algorithm. And I notice if I talk about certain subjects, that happens to me. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I'm loving it. I'm doing good. Water calms the flames. Yep, water balances your energy. I have fire in my energy too. I'm very comfortable in this fire energy right now. My mother was a Sagittarius. Aries ascending. I do have Sagittarius somewhere in my chart too, like one little area. So I'm very comfortable in this energy, but I need a lot of water in my life. Like I was telling someone that when I was a kid, think back to how you were before, when you were a kid before you got damaged by the Matrix. When I was a kid, I was always in water. I said I was playing Lemurian Mermaid as a kid. That, you know, me and my family and friends, we would play mermaids as kids in the water, like real, like, we would make up our own little whole worlds and everything. And I remember that I was playing with rocks, like gridding. Like I was like expert level gridding with the rocks. Like we were like on a beach or something like that. So I've always needed a lot of water in my life. We came from places that were on the water generally too, because Atlantis was on the water. You guys should feel a pull to it, like it's home to you. Water is the best purifier there is. That's why we should be drinking more of it too. You guys will feel a lot better if you can just chug more water. Yeah, I had to wear the tutu. It was that or pajamas, right? I'm not working today. I should be. I'm not working today. I'm just going to smoke this and get off of here. I've been needing a minute because, like, I mean, if I was to tell someone about my reality, like they say here, I would be sectioned, right? So, you know, I'm having a lot happen on spiritual levels, and I'm just taking time to integrate because it's been a lot. You guys should be feeling more powerful though. That the more that you're clearing negativity out of your life, that the more energy you have, the more powerful you're starting to feel. And we're seeing that happen on collective levels. I'm very interested in France. I keep bringing it up because, like I said, it's like a matrix virus and it will catch on. So you see that happening too, where people are trying to take back their power on collective levels. But you know, we had to do it individually for it to play out. We can't go take over the government and overthrow them. I saw that the government put out an article in France saying that they are at their breaking point. I was like, we need to find that meme that says the government is cracking. Give them a push. Give them a push. Seems to be what is occurring in some countries. They're now protesting in other countries, the Netherlands, Amsterdam. Like I said, it's like a virus, right? They're putting yellow vests on here in Holland. Yeah, it's going to come global worldwide. Trust me, I think the elite might be setting it off too. I don't know. So, I mean, the second I saw that, oh, this is a QA non-production, I was like, oh, the government. There's a difference between anonymous, like the people that are like me and freedom fighters, and the ones that are like QAnon and putting out the government type messages that they want, you know? Yeah, it's gonna spread. And what's gonna happen in England of all places, because I'm here. It's okay, I got the island myself, I got it unlocked, but so I'm here. So clearly England is the area of concern too, And I would love to see what's gonna happen on their world stage with their little Brexit fucking debacle and what happens here, because you know that they want everyone upset and pissed off and feeling powerless in whatever regard. So I think it will be very interesting to see how this all plays out. I describe it like dominoes anyway. There's a ban on sales in yellow vests worldwide. Agent P says he wants to wear one to court. I said he might want to, because if they arrest him, he might make some end time news somewhere, right? Like footage. I can't record in the court, but seriously, we could do a clip beforehand, and then if he gets jailed, we could probably get it on some end time news channels. Like, I got connections. Portugal, yep. People are suddenly waking up, and they're like, well, I'm an aspect of God. What is going on here? What is even happening here? This is my reality. And so the people are having this battle for control. It will play out against the government. Tamara's my hero. Tamara's my hero. Badass freedom fighter. We girl anons. Yeah, there's a difference. Who knows? But I'm following those posts crazy. The universe has me paying attention to France right now. So I know it'll be important later. I'm on several pages that are covering it. Oh, I just messaged this guy that I know from our groups, but I saw he was an admin of this real good page that is posting the French news stuff I've been posting. So I added him as a min to our Anon page too. So maybe we'll get some nice, you know, frontline coverage of it. So, I'm reading this. If you guys are in America, you guys can look up what's in your water. Now, the interesting thing was that this worked pretty much everywhere in the country, me and Vanessa found, except for in the areas of Flint, Michigan and around it where their site wasn't loading. Their site wasn't loading in the state of Michigan at all. Thank God, because I might have thrown up if I saw it while it was there. I saw it after. So the site wasn't loading there, but by law, they're supposed to release any carcinogens in your water. So they have that. I'll post the link below, that EWG site where it will test your water. I'm always putting the link up, and every city has like 12 carcinogens, arsenic. Like fluoride is the least of the problems. Someone was asking me what kind of filter can you use to take fluoride out of the water. The problem is that you can't get a lot of these pharmaceuticals and fluoride out with filters at all. That's why I said I'm going to be on chlorella the rest of my stay in this matrix. They need to invent a chlorella water filter. They need to make a high-tech chlorella water filter, because you know LJ filters water, right? Really, really good. So, I mean, when you take the chlorella, it's going to filter any toxins out of your body. Yeah, well water. Yep, there's huge ley lines in these cities in Europe, unfortunately. And so all you need to do is start some low-frequency energy like that. Those riots are creating a lot of negative energy, right? A lot of hate, a lot of nasty energy. And then it's going to flood the ley lines, and it's going to distribute that globally. We need to be making high vibe energy. We need to be making high frequency energy. So, you know, people are feeling it on that grid. Like, maybe the frequencies are a little lower. Like, we're all tuned in. You can't have hundreds of thousands of people protesting and not feel it where we are in our reality. It just kind of takes down the frequencies a little. Tamara needs to make her own movement in Australia. I think we need to just make our own movements. This is how movements are born, right? This is how movements are born, ideas. I wonder if they have a yellow vest girl version. I might need to get one for my feed. Look, $2,500 water filtration system. I want to put one on the whole house too. I'm going to in the summer. I already talked about it. It's a really good idea because we forget we're taking showers and bathing in that water. Everyone's like, I wonder why my kids are so sick. And I'm giving my kid bottled water. Who cares? But we're taking showers in that water too. They say the water is really good here, but I know it's awful. I know it's just as bad as America. They say it's really good here, but it really isn't. I'm sending a lot of love. Flashes of people walking past me that are not there. Well, you're seeing things that are there on different frequencies. I see that a lot with the fairies, where I see the energies, and, you know, I'll see something flying by. I'll think it's something, and there's nothing there. So we're getting we're getting more and more tuned into the interdimensional around us the more we're making this ascension. Like, you're probably a medium on every level too when you're seeing stuff like that. And so we're just coming into our gifts and our abilities of what we'll be able to do. If we did this overnight, people would be terrified. We have to do it gradually. They don't want to the universe doesn't want to blow your mind too bad, right? Overfry it or something. So, you know, if we could see everything that was around us, some people could be terrified. Think about like an acid trip or a mushroom trip. Some people might be freaked out by it, right? Like, oh my God. Some people might love it. Some people might be real freaked out. So we're doing this gradual. You know, it's a gradual change in your perception. If we were to perceive everything that was around us, it could be really terrifying to some people. You know, if they didn't know they're a medium and they're having all these spirits and entities and things around them or whatever's going on, you know. So this is happening gradually. Yes, get chlorella, put it in your soap. Oh my God, yeah. It's a filter kind of, you know, like algae is like a filter. It works better than spirulina. That's why I always use it instead of that. I see the fairies crazy around me too. That's why I wore the tutu, because then I'm more fun and they might want to play with me more and hang out with me more. I found the more fun I am, people don't want, the spiritual entities don't want to go with you and play Prison Planet and be miserable at your job. They want to be out in nature and having fun experiences and stuff like that. How does hybrid consciousness work? I think we're all hybrids. Can you clarify a little? Hybrid consciousness. I think we're all hybrids on every level. If you get into genetics, this place, Earth, is pretty much a huge genetic experiment. And I know we all look the same. Everyone just thinks we're all the same, right? But we have a lot of different genetics kind of spliced together here on every level. It's the reason why so many relationships are manipulated here too, to try to merge certain species together. Things like that. So I think we're all hybrids. It doesn't matter if you were, I don't subscribe to the reptilian ideas, but if people do, right? It doesn't matter if you were a reptilian, a goddess, ascended master, an angel, a demon. We're all subscribing and part of that same thread of consciousness, that same thread of energy in whatever regard too. Hi, Bo. I'm sending crazy love. Shampoo and chemicals are bad for everything. Everything we use is, right? It really is bad for us. In every regard, a lot of chemicals are too. A lot of chemicals cause cancer and things like that. And I know people think this won't happen to me, but it does. It really does. That there's a lot of carcinogens in the products. Vanessa's doing medium work. I've been tuning into a lot more to my family in the other realm and getting messages from them easier. Which is, you know, I'm really good at channeling like galactically and source and stuff like that. So I am tuning in more to my family in the other realm, to my mom and my grandmother. Danielle, shoulder pain. He has shoulder pain too. It means you have too much stress on your shoulders, right? Too much stress. You're carrying too much on your shoulders. Muscle pain. Well, if you're feeling any kind of pain, I was telling him the same with epilepsy. This would be a nervous system issue. Our brain is hooked up to our nervous system, and it's how we perceive everything in our reality. I had a lot of pain before I did my awakening and healing because of my car accident. The best thing to regulate things like epilepsy, pain, would be a lot of vitamin B. Like tons of it. Like I take like 3 different kinds a day of vitamin B. Lots of vitamin B. I will help you with the pain. So will turmeric, CBD weed. But seriously, vitamin B will help regulate how you feel pain. His friend has seizures. I said he needs to go get like the shot. Not from a doctor. Don't ever go get the doctor pharmaceutical shot. But they have holistic doctors, I'm sure, and places that are into, you know, holistic medicine that will give you a good one. It's also good for depression too, right? Tons of people are depressed. So vitamin B is really going to help with pain in whatever regard. It sounds crazy. It will help recalibrate your nervous system. People, yeah. I'm sure if some people talk to me, they would think I lost my mind, but there's so many kind of people tuning into the same things around us, right? There's so many people. Yeah, vitamin B, I take vitamin B complex and B12. So vitamin B is crucial for energy workers too. It's going to help you with your energy. in whatever regard. I'm reading the comments. Epsom salt's really good too. A lot of the times when we are feeling pain, it's a symptom of heavy metal overload too. Like, I swear, you know, they would have just convinced me I'm supposed to feel pain for the rest of my life. That was normal. You were in a car accident or whatever's wrong with you. But I'm telling you that once you detox and you do this ascension work, you are going to be living in your light body, and you're not going to perceive pain in the same way at all. So that pain will go away. They like to convince people they have chronic pain and it's never going to go anywhere. Just learn to deal with it. Learn to mask it. Learn to medicate. So the chlorella is really important, because I'm telling you that we all had heavy metal toxicity, whether we realized it or not, on some level. And usually people don't notice till they're really sick, till they start to show symptoms, and then you're really screwed. Because, you know, if you're showing symptoms like fibromyalgia, Crohn's disease, I could go on and on. I'm going to make a cute little post about every disease I can think of and to just explain what it is. So it manifests into serious illness, and, you know, then you start going to the doctor, your organs are failing you, your body's destroying itself, like, it's not good. So we usually don't notice until we get, like, real high levels of it. We just, you know, it's just weighing down our frequency, and it's becoming normal to us. We're not really noticing. I've been smudging and saging. I have incense burning everywhere up here too. I've been doing a lot of saging. I redecorated. I did some redecorating with mandalas. So I put a mandala thing in here, and I put a mandala, you know, like duvet cover in the guest bedroom, and I'm going to put a mandala on the wall. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm mandalaing the house. Thyroid issues too. A lot of healers get thyroid issues too. I look at chlorella as a cure-all drug. The future of medicine, right? It was actually used in Atlantis, and it's everything that we should be using for this ascension. I've tried so many other detoxes. The problem, I say, with the diatomaceous earth is it pulls out the good nutrients out of your body that you need, and it's not good for you to actually take. I did try it. I'm open to a lot of things. I tried tons of detox stuff, and the chlorella works best. It's gentle. It's a superfood. It's full of vitamins and nutrients. It's full of vitamins, nutrients. It's really good for your brain. It's really good for your DNA. And it's great for your liver. We need to purify our livers to strengthen our connection with the etheric, right? We're all into the elements, earth, water, fire, air, but everyone forgets about etheric and our connection to it, or the spiritual. So we really got to purify our liver. That's why when you drink a lot of alcohol or drugs, it will cut you off from your higher self. The clearer your liver is, theoretically, the more connected that you should be to the etheric around us. Okay, any illness, same detox list. This is why I love my job, right? Doesn't matter what you're sick with. When you're a healer, you're going to wake up sick at some point. Your energy's not going to be great. You just took on all that negative energies, entities, all that stuff from the Matrix and your lessons and your experiences. It's painful and all this crap. And it's not good for your bodies. That's how we learn to heal. We have to heal ourselves first, and then we go on to heal everyone else. Because we can't heal anyone without our energy being perfect and healed, right? We're not going to heal people, we'll harm people that way. So it doesn't matter what it is. Mine was a car accident, and I was on a lot of pharmaceuticals, and by the time I started my healing journey, it had destroyed my DNA, like bad. And so I had a lot of DNA damage, a lot of very weak light body damage. If you damage your DNA, it will weaken your light body. And then I began my healing journey. And it was amazing to me that I found that that vitamin list will rebalance pretty much everyone's body, pull the metals out, clear your third eye. It's like really what we need for Ascension. So if you're sick, get on the vitamins. It's the best thing I'm doing here is taking my vitamins twice a day, right? Taking my vitamins. So, you know, instead of coffee, grab the vitamin B. People go for the coffee like me, right? Grab the vitamin B. It'll work a lot better. Also, if you guys are not getting good sleep, it is bad for your body. This is how we reset our energy. We recharge. We clear our subconscious and our day. We're doing so much in our sleep, but that's when your body heals. So a lot of people are used to getting no sleep. When I was going through the Matrix, I couldn't sleep either. That's what a lot of metals will do to you, right? So I was having sleeping problems too. It's very important we're getting good sleep. I tell everyone to take melatonin. I know there's a lot of people who will go around and say vitamins are bad for you. don't take the vitamins, don't do this, but I'm telling you that melatonin is found naturally in your body. You're even able to take it pregnant, so you know it's not so bad for you. It's found naturally in your body, but it regulates your third eye, which is your connection to the universe, as you know. But it also, your third eye regulates your moods. If you are depressed or having some type of mental health issues, it always goes back to your third eye, right? So we see a ton of that nowadays, tons of it. The illusion, right, gets in the way. So when we take melatonin, it will help regulate your serotonin levels. It will help you, you know, be a happier probably person, like on every level. So melatonin is important too for getting sleep if you're not sleeping good. It will help re-regulate your sleep cycles. There's weird things going on with the sun. Chemtrails are real. Geoengineering is real. There are real man-made things that are interfering with nature right now. And, you know, where our bodies are hooked up to the cycles that we sleep on. We go through these energy flows, so it really can throw off our sleep cycles, especially with Ascension too. You're doing a lot of deep healing, so make sure if you guys are not sleeping or getting melatonin, it's really important you guys are getting good sleep. I'm taking a ton of apple cider vinegar vitamins too. I've had a cold for like, since I got to the UK on and off. Ascension flu, Ascension symptoms. I've been doing some serious heart chakra purging the past 6 months. I said I had the sniffles today, right? I have the sniffles, the same cold I've had 3 weeks. I am on a lot of apple cider vinegar. I added echinacea to my mix. I'm getting real serious. I got some echinacea. I've been taking that a couple days now too. If you guys are getting Ascension symptoms, if people have the cold or flu around you, they should be taking zinc, turmeric, honey, echinacea, things like that. It'll help knock it out faster. We go through more upgrades in the wintertime. I'm glad I'm having Ascension cold now rather than the summertime, right? Be glad if you're having the Ascension symptoms now. We're going to go through more upgrading during this time of year too. Yes, fibromyalgia, aka heavy metal toxicity. That's my favorite, right? Because, you know, it didn't exist 100 years ago. Suddenly we're seeing everyone has it, especially the healers. That's going to affect your heart chakra a lot. We didn't go through those states of separateness and all that pain and trauma from the victim perspective without creating a lot of damage in ourselves. If you have fibromyalgia, especially get some chlorella and turmeric, get that vitamin list. I'm telling you, you won't believe the people that said no to chemotherapy and cancer treatments around us and healed their own tumors and their own very serious medical problems, myself included. I was someone that was not getting answers from the doctor. If you have fibromyalgia, the doctors gave you that label and they did not cure you. You're still sick, right? So they give you these labels and they tell you what's wrong with you, but they are not offering you solutions or cures. They will just keep giving you pills that will ultimately make you sicker. So I was not finding answers from any of these healthcare providers and million doctors that I went to. It gave me a really good understanding of, you know, their perspective and things like that with my healing, but I wasn't finding any solutions. The problem is, you know, we don't get sick overnight. It took an entire lifetime of toxins building up in your body. If you have any kind of sickness, your body has become toxic to you. So any kind of illness. It didn't just get like that overnight. We had an entire lifetime of vaccines, toxic air, garbage foods to build up. The chlorella is amazing for removing metals, but people need to be patient. It can take 3 months just to pull 90% of the metals out of your body. You know, so you'll definitely notice results fast, but you're not going to heal overnight. It can take you a little while. It probably took me a year to heal all the genetic damage I had, and I was kind of an extreme case. So you can heal and you will heal fast, but make sure you're taking the vitamins. I tell people they can take chlorella even if they're on the garbage pharmaceuticals. People get concerned, I can't take this stuff, I'm on blah, 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 right? I don't think I can mix the vitamins with it. You can. Chlorella is a superfood. It's an LJ, and you can mix it with that stuff. Mike had real serious health problems going on, and I made him do all this stuff, and magically they healed when he went back to the doctor. So this stuff works. Your head hurts. You might need more food if your third eye hurts, but we're going through a lot of upgrades right now, and I tried to explain this to my husband who was having headaches. I said, you know, I've been going through this Ascension process a little while, and when my third eye was opening, expanding, I had headaches in the front of my head. I had headaches in the top, the bottom back part for that chakra, and in all different kind of areas. Drink more water if you're having a headache. Try to eat some food too, because we're burning through a lot of energy right now, whether people realize it or not. Some people might be not hungry at all. It wasn't even like barely hungry the past couple days, or starving. Listen to your body. Yeah, so we're getting upgraded. It's a good sign though. We're going to enter this new year a lot lighter, and I'm very excited about it, and feeling more powerful too in our abilities and ourselves, you know, and it's going to be pretty amazing. So this is going to be kind of a, I guess there's 2 weeks left of the month, kind of a rough 2 weeks energetically. That's why I'm resting more. I'm reading this. More detoxing, please. Try to eat better food too. If you're sick, you know, and you're eating a lot of GMO food and meat, neither one of those has life force energy. So make sure you're eating a lot of organic, raw fruits, vegetables, and things like that. People who have cancer need to really alkalize their body and should be pretty much just living on fruits and vegetables. If I got cancer, I would just live on fruits and vegetables and alkalize my body real good. So better foods too. That's why everyone's getting sick. I told my husband last night that I have concern that half the planet is sick. And it might be something real serious like fibromyalgia or cancer, or it could just be Ascension symptoms on any given day. It's like half the planet is sick on any given day. So we're seeing that, you know, our environment has become toxic to ourselves, to our bodies at every level. We always hashtag everything toxic systems, and it's so true. You know, we need a good environment as humans. We can't be around toxic people. Governments imposing their will. Everything that's happening can be very toxic for our bodies. We really just need a good environment with clean air, water, and food. It's not too hard. All right, I'm gonna go. Listen, cut out all sugar too. If you're sick with anything, get rid of the sugar. And then I knew before my husband brought this home that he was gonna get white sugar. Like we use the sugar in the raw, and I think they were out of it. I saw it before he did, because I can't eat it, right? It's like putting, what happens when you put sugar in your car's gas tank? You can look at it the same for people, and that any of these synthetic compounds are really bad for us. So white sugar is toxic to us on every level. So is the white table salt. I always say switch to sugar in the raw, and switch to the Himalayan salt or some kind of natural salt or whatever, like sea salt. So these kind of things can be toxic for us too, and that's what a lot of our food's made out of. Sugar, flour with Roundup on it, things like that. If you live in the US, be careful with the flour that you're eating too. Everything like the kids' cereal, the cereal bars, a lot of those aisles are full of Roundup in the food and stuff like that, which makes people really sick after a while. We're more sensitive as healers still. We're much more sensitive to toxins, to our environment, to energies, and everything like that. So the healers usually become sick more in whatever regard. It's kind of our training too. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to be back to do 2 real feeds tomorrow. I need people to get Stonehenge activations. I want to drag more people into my crazy, I say, right? I want to drag more people onto my timeline and my reality, which is really beneficial for everyone involved. I'm looking forward to Stonehenge. You guys know where to find me if you need me. I'm going to be back tomorrow. Try to rest up through Sunday, even if it's taking more time for yourself, blowing off work, blowing off your friends, more time alone, because we're integrating a lot, and it requires us to change our perspective, right? That's what's going to change our reality. So, you know, sometimes we're going through these crazy energetic upgrades on our body. We need time to kind of, you know, articulate what's happening with us, change our perception, you know, kind of catch up with what's going on. We accomplished a lot this year. We really did. I'm sorry, they're having a revolution now. Amazing, right? We've accomplished a lot now. People are waking up. This awakening is spreading throughout the matrix. It's amazing. You guys can't have things happening in your reality that aren't going to rub off on other people. And I was telling my husband, we're always colliding. It's like so many people are learning here in all different places, and we're constantly colliding and learning off of each other all day long. So a lot has happened. Your energy has changed. That you should be feeling more yourself, more in alignment. Even if it's not looking like it in your world, you're doing really good energetically, and that's all that's important here. So we're going to enter this new year much different energetically. Get ready for a crazy upgrade too with that solstice. It's coming. That's why I like to rest up for it, because if I'm overtired, that energy will hit, And that's what makes people not be able to handle it, level ungrounded, freaking out. It's too much, right? I don't know. So I like to rest up for it. We're going to go through some crazy upgrades. We have a lot of messages coming to us too with everything that's been going on with Mercury lately. A lot of birds too, right? A lot of birds, feathers, it could be synchronicities. You're having a ton of messages sent to you too this time of year. Through your dreams too. I am working on some dream hacks. I'll talk about that tomorrow. But one thing is that basically I heard that we forget our dreams because our subconscious is convinced that is not real to us in any way. It's not important to us here, right? What's going on. So we're kind of programmed to forget our dreams too. I've been working on communicating better with my subconscious through my conscious mind. So, you know, I've been telling my subconscious that is my reality. Actually, that is reality. Can you bring those memories back to me? Because I need to be able to consciously be aware of what's occurring there to better assist me in this part of my reality. And it's working really good. So make sure before you're going to bed that you're asking to have astral experiences or out-of-body experiences or lucid dreams, but you're also asking your subconscious to better retrieve and store those memories for you, because it really will work on every level. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go, but I'm going to talk about some dream hacks tomorrow too, because it's like a huge theme till the equinox.